Hello everybody and welcome on today's rainy video. It's raining a little but not too bad, and well, it's been raining whole week, and yeah, I was not able to do a whole lot, but I going to give it a shot today, and well, I want to do some work on this ash tree with a name that I cannot pronounce correctly, so please look at the title of the video to see what it is. As you see, this ash tree has been growing quite well, and it has some grafts. It has a graft here, it has a graft here. They are still nicely wrapped. This one with wire, this one with raffia, but I need to do some trimming. Of course, I'm not going to trim the branches that are grafted, well, not too much, especially not the apex, because I lost the whole apex. But I need to do some trimming on the parts of the tree where the branches are growing straight up, some are growing quite down, and I also need to start the ramification and take care of some spots where I have three branches emerging at the same spot. I need also to clean up the soil a little bit, so let's start immediately. Now, before I start all the trimming, I really need to get rid of some branches that I cannot use. So you see, we have 1, 2, 3 branches here, and this is the most important branch, the main one, so I'm going to get rid of that one and that one. And of course, this already makes quite a difference. On this branch I also have 2 branches growing straight up, so I don't need that. And it means that I don't have a whole lot left here on this one. This one is going straight up, straight down, but probably with a bit of wire I can fix this. So I'm going to get rid of, because I have 3 here, 1, 2, 3, so I have to pick one. Probably going to get rid of this one. You can also get rid of the middle one or this one, but the fork will be very spread, so I think I'm just going to keep these 2, which will make it a whole lot better when I wire it. And then the branch in the back, quite a strong branch here, so that's very good. I like it. I'm going to reduce the new growth, and then get rid of this straight branch here. There are a few little ones also growing straight up, so I don't think I'm going to need these ones. And here again I have this fork, and yeah, could probably get rid of that, and then maybe like so. Okay, this branch is really good. It's quite elegant here. Just going to reduce the new growth here, a little snip, and then we have, of course, this branch here. You can clearly see that there is a graft, so it's doing quite well. I'm just going to reduce it a little, because I don't want to take too much of the vigor away in this branch. And the graft starts from here, so this is really not needed. And this branch, Well, I don't think that I'm going to need a branch ever here, so I'm going to get rid of that. So now you can clearly see where the graft is coming from. Oh, I missed a terrible thing here, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so let's look from a distance to the lowest part. I kind of think that this is not bad. Of course, trimming and pruning is something you can do all year, and that you should do all year. But it takes some time to regrow material, so yeah. Okay, so I don't need to touch this one because this is the apex. Starting from here, it's completely ridiculous, but I don't need the other branches on this graft, so I'm going to reduce that back, because I would prefer that the top grew as strong as possible. Like so. I don't need this. And this branch is really a branch that I cannot use here. It's in the middle of a curve. It's where the graft is starting. So it's really not good. So it leaves me with this back branch that I should take care of, and this side branch. So let's come a little closer. So we're now looking, bumped the table at the top part. Yeah, this is not bad here. This branch is growing inwards, so don't want that. Here we have a few small branches, that's okay. Again, here it's dividing in three. You see, 1, 2 and 3. And then this one is growing inside, so don't want that. The other one also. Well, they are all. So let's get rid of that. Here again, I don't know if it is very visible here. We have 3 branches. I think I'm going to keep the front one now and get rid of this one and this one. And then we have this quite important side branch here. Well, this part is going straight up, so don't need that. Okay. Then we have some ramification here, but it's like an ash tree. It's always going by 2. So, nah, I don't know. Okay, so let's think. Here I have a fork. This is a fork. I'm going to see on camera. No, you cannot see this. Maybe like so. Yeah, this is a fork. And there's one branch to that side. And here I have a double branch. This one. And this one. So because I have one here, I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to get rid of this one. Because if you keep 3 branches at the same spot, you're going to have some swelling there. For the rest, I'm going to reduce this one just a little and get rid of this little branch growing straight up. Here again I have a good interesting fork. This is too small, and this is very vigorous. You see, these are 2 very strong branches which I cannot use. They are going to take over the whole tree, and that's not what we need now. So I think maybe this one straight up. Going to cut that back, and I think that I'm done. but I have to look from a distance. I think this is almost good. Some of these little shoots are pointing to the sky, but yeah, well, they are really small, and I already got rid of quite a lot of foliage. I'm thinking I certainly removed the third. Let's see. You see, that's quite a lot for such a small tree, so yeah. But this is not bad, I think. Maybe the angle of the tree is not good, and when I repot it, I will have probably to make it a little more like so. But trouble is the roots here. So let's come a little closer and have a look at the roots, because if I want to tilt the tree like that, well, these roots at this side are going to come higher, and these are going to be lower, so I must see if it's possible. Well, I'm going to zoom in on the root base and, well, remove some of the moss so we have a better view. So, well, it's never good to keep too much moss on your root base. And I cannot say that this moss is really nice and green and very attractive. So I'm going to remove at least a little circle around the roots. Which should take me just a couple of minutes. Well, there are some good roots here too, so that's okay. This tree hasn't been repotted in a year or two, I think, and well, as always, it's obvious that when you do not repot your trees, you have a much stronger growth. So this could be interesting. You see, I have here a double root here. So if I have a layer of roots under this visible part, it's going to be much easier to tilt the tree. But I need these roots everywhere then. And I don't think I have them. Yes, I have a little one here. But I think in the back of the tree it's going to be a little more problematic. So just dig in. Still digging. This is a very big root. I don't think I will be able to replace it with a smaller one. Well, probably I could replace it, and it's gonna take a few years, but this is a dead stump, so don't need dead stumps. And here there's some defectuous roots here, so this is a crossing root. Don't have to repot a tree every time you want to work on the roots. Some of the things are just obvious. And by removing the moss, you can do all kinds of little things. I'm not going to remove all the moss, but just the part around the roots. Like so. Okay. I think this is good. So the root base is not bad. It's quite radial. So, and if I tilt it a little bit like this, it could be possible to do it right. Okay. So I'm going to clean this up now, and then we'll end the video with the traditional 360. So always nice to clean up your trees, and well, it makes it nice to look at. Yeah, I got this tree for my birthday a few years ago, and it's really a cookie cutter, S-shaped, made in big series trees. But you see, when you work on it and remove all the things you don't want, and then let grow what you really want, and do some grafting, I think it is possible to make something quite fun. Just gonna use this cloth here to give it a little angle. I think it might be better just a little higher, so that's something to keep in mind for the next repot. I'll probably try to find a better pot, because well, this is a well, not so great pot, but it does the job and it did not break, so that's a very good thing. So we have this little tree now with more defined paths, and in the future I'm going to work on these paths more and more. Probably this will come a little bit to the side here and front, like so. It needs some wiring, but that's not now. You see that the wiring in the past, should remove this little one, yeah. In the past year made this little branch here a little more attractive, a little more interesting, because it has a little curve now, instead of having like here a quite straight thing. So probably I'll wire this, and then maybe at the end of the season I'll have a look at the grafts and see if they made it, if they fused. So little 360 to end the video. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.